Top of the hour, let's begin with a breaking update as we have accessed the petition on part of the WFI President Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh, who has come in the middle of a lot of controversy with those serious allegations of sexual harassment that has been made against him by female wrestlers, as he's been advised by the sports ministry to rather step aside from the duties and the responsibilities that has been given to him. What is being said that Brij Bhushan moving to the Delhi High Court seeking a registration of FIR against Vinesh Phogot for abusing the process of law by putting the petitioner under extortion for making him resign. And he has been also seeking that guidelines be set for strict action against all persons who use public platforms to create undue pressure for alleging sexual harassment related offences. Karishma and Aditi both joining us live right now. We'll just go across to the details with Aditi, but Karishma, just give us the main highlights as far as what is the contention that is now being raised by Mr. Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh.
Well, Amita, Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh in his petition has said that this petition is filed against the misuse of sexual harassment laws by wrestler women through giving colors of enmity in converting a harassment to sexual harassment by the petitioner. In fact, it goes on to say that it's seeking a registration of FIR against Vinesh Phogot for abusing the process of law by putting the petitioner under extortion for making him resign. So clearly, Brij Bhushan Sharan not taking all those allegations lying down. He has now moved the Delhi High Court, and it is going to be an interesting turn of events now as to what this tussle between the Wrestling Federation of India President Brij Bhushan Sharan and the wrestlers, especially the women wrestlers. And in his petition, he's marked Vinesh Phogot, Saakhi Malik, Sonam Malik, Anshu Malik, Bajrang, Punia, all the wrestlers who leveled allegations against the president, Mr. Brij Bhushan Sharan. And now the matter is going to be taken up in the Delhi High Court.
Okay, let's go across to Aditi as well. What are the details of the writ petition that's been filed against complete misuse of sexual harassment laws by the wrestler as is being alleged by Brij Bhushan Singh? Aditi.
A very strong worded writ petition has been filed by Brij Bhushan, and let's go across to the words that has been used. Now, Brij Bhushan is stating that this petitioner asked this honorable court that whether the police, courts and administrative offices shut down for the respondent person who used to came on publicly and take the laws in their hands and constitutes Jantar Adalat for getting justice. Whether it is true to malign petitioner's image by alleging of civil disputes by terming it as sexual harassment merely to create pressure on the petitioner to resign from the post of WFI president. Whether it is true to do the same by posting on public platforms, news channels and across the world instead of approaching the legal method and appropriate forums for their grievances. Whether it is true that for getting an expeditious favored demand, put an allegation of civil dispute by terming as sexual harassment when there is not a single instance or probability is not there who gives the license to make someone's life's hell by defaming the petitioner on public platforms by alleging such an heinous sexual allegations which destroys the reputation, life dignity of petitioner. Why the respondents, instead of complying legal methods for their grievances, started maligning and tarnishing the image of the petitioner on public platforms and trembling the petitioner's right to live with dignity. Now, these are the allegations made by Brij Bhushan. He's against the way wrestlers approach the media instead of the legal platforms that they had access to in claiming sexual harassment charges against WFI President Brij Bhushan.
All right. Aditi, thanks very much. Karishma, how does it move forward from here on? Because we are already looking at very serious allegations that have now been leveled against Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh, and the kind of pressure that was also mounted even on moral grounds that he should rather step down pending inquiry. He refused to do so. And he had been in the denial mode ever since those serious allegations of sexual harassment by women wrestlers that were leveled. We've seen 3 days non-stop at Jantar Mantar as the wrestlers. When it comes to male, female wrestlers, all they have come out on the streets to protest against the WFI president in particular and asking that the entire federation be dissolved, because those allegations that have not just been leveled against Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh but other against national level coaches as well. Now, when it comes to the solution that the sports ministry has come forth with is that he steps aside, not exactly stepping down from his post, but steps aside from his post and leave it till the time when a report is submitted to the sports ministry within 4 weeks. Brinda Adige with us. Brinda, this is a counter against whom those sexual harassment allegations has been filed. He has now moved court saying this is an attempt to tarnish his image.
This is such audacity, incorrigible because of his position of power. Not only has he stepped down yet, he's just aside, which means he still controls. He has the power. And what has the committee done? Has the committee completed its inquiry? And how can the committee complete an inquiry when this fellow continues to hold power? How dare he cast aspersions on the women who have complained? He doesn't even have a posh committee, and it was constituted only after the media brought it to the fore and literally asked the government that this should be something that they must look into very deeply. This is so discouraging for everybody, not just the women in the wrestling federation, but also women across. Nobody will come and speak against the powers that be when these fellows are going to court to say that they are misusing an act. Let it come out in an investigation. Let proper due course process of law be followed. How can he even go to High Court just now? If he goes like this, where is the inquiry that is going to be held? Who will listen to these women? I think this is absolutely unacceptable. It is time for the sports minister to put his foot down and suspend this fellow.
Absolutely. You know, the writ petition, shockingly, Brinda, says whether it is true for getting expeditious favor demand put an allegation of civil dispute by terming as sexual harassment when there is not a single instance or probability is not there. Who gives the license to make someone's life hell by defaming the petitioner, essentially saying that there's a misuse in this case of the sexual harassment laws? Let's see how this plays out. Thank you for speaking to us.